But yeah, just a bit late. We're worried about my pal.
Oh, Jesus, bloody hell!
Plan B has turned into Plan C.
Not only is it blowing, it's freezing!
Where the bloody hell's all the snow? I actually can't get over how little snow there is here. I didn't think I'd be worrying about you having a minor medical emergency.
Just feel really hot.
Okay.
Yes.
But the adventure's not over, we now need to get down safely.
Yeah, I mean, that was horrible.
Hello and welcome along to another adventure here in the Scottish Highlands. Now, you have guessed right, it is a pre-sunrise set off again, because it's that time of year where sunrise is still quite late. It's about 8:45 before the sun actually rises. So it means that most walking does need to be started before the sun's up. But it's a beautiful morning, it's crisp, it's cold. There is a bit of wind which is just adding to the freshness this morning, which is pleasant but chilly. And what you don't know, and you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you, is that today is actually a Plan B day. So we did have an original plan, Alan and I, but we had to forego that because the weather and the weather forecast was telling us that it probably wasn't the best day to do it. So we've come up with a suitable Plan B, which will see me tackle two Munros that I actually haven't been on in about 15 years. So I'm excited to remind myself why I loved these Munros in the first place. But yeah, we are hoping for a bit of winter, but unfortunately there has been somewhat of a thaw over the past week in Scotland, and a lot, if not all, of the snow is completely gone. So today's winter mountaineering adventure could be lacking in winter, which would be a strange turn of events. Yeah, we'll just see what we find. But thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this one. We've left a really good gravel track and we're on the open hillside now. There is a rough path, but it is super boggy in places. And if this was proper winter conditions, most of this would be frozen. But alas, the thaw has not done us any favours here, that's for sure. But the good thing about these pair is it really doesn't take you long to gain height, and before you know it you are up quite high and on a pretty beautiful sprawling ridge from what I remember. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's just the arduous task of trudging through this bog for the next kilometre or so. Oh, jeez, oh. Bog is not easy. We're making our way steeply up this shoulder onto the first ridge, and it's steep and boggy, which is two types of terrain that just make the going very difficult. And Alan's just behind me there, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but I think Alan's a bit uncharacteristically slow today. And I probably should have brought this up to you, Al, before mentioning it to the camera, actually. How you feeling?
Off.
Off?
Is probably the answer, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Can't quite, don't know, just, like I said, just feel like I'm overheating.
Hold on, let me. I was literally just doing a piece to camera, and I said, Alan's just a bit uncharacteristically slow today. Like, you've been at least 10-20 metres behind me the whole way, and I feel like I'm going a bit slow. Talk to me, what's going on, if you don't mind in front of the camera, obviously.
It's a weird feeling, like I feel fine. I don't feel like I've faint or I just feel really hot.
Okay.
Like just really hot, and I know obviously it's a bit warmer than it was last week, but I am sweating buckets.
Okay.
And it just.
And do you feel any like lethargy? Like are your legs moving the same? Do you feel like they're slower or?
No, I feel like I'm slower, like you've just said.
Aye.
Like definitely, but
is
I
it
don't.
just the heat, or do you think?
Yeah, I just feel it's the heat. Like see when I took my hat off, that's made a difference. Like feel
Okay.
lighter, but certainly I'm nice and cosy. But
Okay.
it certainly doesn't. It's not helping me make me feel better.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Sorry, pal. That's.
Aye, no.
I half thought this piece of camera was going to be a bit of a joke. Just me being like, Alan's a bit slow, but actually, if you're not feeling tip top or you're feeling a bit under the weather, then.
Aye, sorry.
No, it's fine. I think let's. We're
almost
almost at the top of the shoulder before hitting the ridge. I reckon we maybe just make our way up to the top of the shoulder, and then we can maybe check back in and make an assessment. You look really sweaty.
Yeah, I feel sweaty.
And it's super windy. So if you're sweating through this wind,
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go up here and we'll make an assessment. Sorry, that was a weird piece of camera. Just crested the top of the shoulder, and we're on the lovely and expansive ridge, which is actually quite a number of kilometres long. It's either 2 or 3k long, this ridge, but it's quite gentle, and the incline from here to the summit is actually really pleasant from what I remember. However, I'm slightly concerned about Al. It's really not like him to feel like this, but to also like vocalise that he's feeling like this. So the fact that he said something might indicate to me that there maybe is something just not right. So we're just gonna make our way slowly. You can probably see Al behind me. We're making our way slowly, just up and along this ridge, and yeah, I guess we'll just need to make a call depending on how Al's feeling. But yeah, the last thing we want to do is put ourselves into a position where it's difficult to get out of it. And I harp on all the time about safe and sensible decisions, and this is a prime example of an opportunity to make good decisions. So yeah, I guess we'll just need to wait and see. But it wants to continue, which is good. But yeah, just a bit worried. I'm worried about my pal. It's gotten remarkably chilly with that wind up here in the ridge. So we're going to take a wee 2 minutes to layer up, or I'm going to layer up. I'm not sure Alan is because he's still roasting. But I'm going to put my jacket on, and Alan is going to take on some water and some Lucozade to try and boost his sugars and electrolytes. But yeah, it's definitely gotten colder, and the fact that I'm feeling it cold and Alan is not does give me some worry. Right, let's check in on Aldo and see how he's getting on. How you feeling?
Aye, okay. Yeah, so I'm okay. I think I'm better now that we're kind of on an easier path. But yeah, still just feel warm. Like, and it's like there's a wind, like, and it's cold. But like, yeah, I don't know. Just I feel off. Like, I really do. So we'll see. Let's carry on, and I think we'll be okay. But yes, that's not 100%.
So I'm not 100% sure if it will be 1 Munro today, 2 Munros today, or no Munros today. So I decided to get the 360 camera, the 3 60 camera out again to have a wee play with and to see what I can do with it, because I had envisaged using it on a particularly scrambly section between the two Munros, but I don't know if that's going to happen, so I might as well get it out and use it again. But yes, it also means that we can, rather than stop and starting to set up the tripod or whatever, we can just keep moving at a steady pace, which I think will aid us as we twist up this ridge. And that might be a wee giveaway if you haven't already worked out where we are, because this section of the ridge is called the Twisting Hill. It's really lovely and it is quite expansive, this ridge, but it's beautiful. And another thing, where the bloody hell's all the snow?
No, not getting any of that today.
Not a drop. In the space of about 100 metres, this has just went from like 0 to 100. Yeah. Geez, oh, we're clagged in. Battered by wind. I mean, I did think it was going to be windy. It did say 40 km/h on the forecast. I didn't think I'd be worrying about you having a minor medical emergency.
Sorry.
Oh, this is not the day I thought it was going to be. Dear, dear.
Not the day I would have chosen.
I've got the active noise reduction on this wee camera, along with the little stick-on wind muffs, so this will be a really good test for it. But yeah, Alan's still a bit rubbish, so I don't know how long we're going to continue up this ridge. We're not a million miles away from the summit of our first Munro. It's not a particularly big Munro, which is why we chose it today, instead of going even bigger, which was the original plan. It feels like plan A turned into plan B, plan B has turned into plan C, and I did not think this video was going to turn out this way. I actually can't get over how little snow there is here. This is insane. Snow patch. Yeah. I don't know about you, Al, but I reckon we might need crampons.
Yeah.
What the hell? Not only is it blowing, it's freezing! Oh my goodness! Whew. Oh, my face! There's another wee snow patch there, very nice. That you're almost at the first summit.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, pal.
We're getting there.
Okay, walking's a wee bit difficult in this wind. I wonder if the active noise reduction is maybe going to make it sound less windy than what it is.
Curious.
That would be helpful, just so I can be heard. But yeah, oh, it's strong. little bit. Nice wee scrambly bit. Oh dear, some chance. Hey. Switch back. No, switch hands again. Switch hands. Oh, I really need to figure out a way for this camera to be secured to my backpack and things like that. That would have made it much easier. Some really lovely rock formations up near this summit. Oh. And if you're watching this up here, I'm pretty confident you will recognise which Munro we're on. And I actually kind of believe that Alan has absolutely suffered this out and made it all the way to the first Munro of the day. Oh, maybe the only Munro, but I'm not gonna make that decision until we're on the summit proper, which is just round this corner. Oh, I need both hands again. You take that, then pass it up.
I have the camera.
Oh, how are you meant to do that with only one hand? That would be madness. Let me scoot up here. Yep, This might be the quickest summit video I've done in a while. Welcome, if you haven't guessed, to the summit of An Castile, here in the Crane Lara Hills in the Scottish Highlands. Getting absolutely battered with the winds. It said, well, the forecast said 40 kilometres, but like I am bracing myself here. It's got to be higher than that. The gusts must be easily over that, maybe touching 50 miles an hour because it's a struggle in places. But yeah, it's 995 metres. And believe it or not, this was plan B. Like, we were going to go higher today. We did think about going up to Ben Nevis. Yep. And I'm really glad we didn't, because there's no way we could have probably coped with, like, you know, 60, 70 kilometre an hour winds. That would have been absolutely insane. Yeah, no. But yeah, as you can see, there's hee-haw to see from the summit. We are completely clagged in, but Alan's made it.
Aye, feeling a bit better.
I did not think you were getting here at one point. I genuinely thought we were going to have a small medical emergency and we were going to need to get you off this hill.
No, a wee rest and some food and hydration, feel a bit better, but yes, I'm still not.
No, well,
So
I think we're going to call it here.
Yeah,
It's one and
yes.
done. We're not going on to the second Monroe,
yeah.
which would have been Benacroin, which I've done before, but you haven't, which would have been nice. But yeah, we're not going to go on to it. We're going to head back the way we came. But the adventure's not over. We now need to get down safely. So let's not hang about. Let's get further down this hill, out of this wind, and find somewhere for a nice warm cuppa. Oh dear. Finally out of the wind. Jeez, we're about halfway down. That's how long it's taken us to find a reasonably sheltered spot. It's been a lovely hill, but in that wind, it is tough going, and I'm desperate for a wee cuppa. Sorry Al, I'm going to have a cuppa before I even think about asking you how you're doing. Oh, that is well needed. Oh yes. I was just checking in on Alan there, and I was actually asking, do you want to be on camera if you're feeling so poorly? And he says he doesn't mind, so we're going to use and abuse him for the likes, obviously, even though you're feeling dreadful. Hold on, let me get this closer to you. Did you feel better now that we're heading downhill?
I felt like I improved once the kind of relentless walk up, and I kind of sort of cooled down a wee bit. But even on the way down, still just feel like I don't know, just
Something's not right.
I just feel off, but far better than I was coming up. I didn't feel well at all. But I've taken food on and water, and yeah, feel much better coming down now. But yeah, that was horrible. I still can't describe that. It was just miserable.
That happens, mate.
Yeah, so
Don't worry about
that's
it.
what it is.
I mean, the good thing is, we only decided, obviously, to do the one Monroe, but with the wind and the poor visibility, it'd have been a wee bit miserable cracking on to Benacroin. And as I always say, the mountains aren't going anywhere, so there will be opportunity for us to come back. And hopefully, in a week or two, there might even be snow, because this is supposed to be winter, and there's not a drop of snow. It's crazy. But we've had a wee cup of tea. Alan is taking on fluids. I feel like I'm being his bloody mum. I'm forcing him to stop and drink and eat, and I've been feeding him wine gums. I know. I'm worried about you, son. I'm worried about you. But I feel like I've been bloody mumming you. Anyway, I'm going to stop that, because we are almost back at the car. And if I spin round this way, you'll be able to see the glen behind us that we're going to walk into, and then back to the car. So yeah, I'm going to say cheerio. Thank you so much for watching. This is not the video that I intended to make today. I think it's so much better because it's real, it's honest. And I sort of go on all the time about how I like to try and be authentic and transparent with what it's actually like to spend time in the mountains. So yeah, this is it. This is a completely honest, transparent video, and it is what it is, and I hope you've enjoyed it. There's probably a few lessons to take away. It's been so windy, I've not even got the drone up. At this rate I probably won't, so hey ho, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, this mountain has tested us, shook us, but we're still here, still in good spirits. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next adventure soon.